This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Rolex timepieces are frequently linked with opulence, groundbreaking craftsmanship, and a timeless aesthetic. Their intricate mechanisms and unique designs make them objects of desire for collectors and aficionados worldwide. It holds the title of the most widely embraced watch brand globally and maintains an enduring presence. However, there are lesser-known facets of this renowned watchmaker that might surprise you. In today's video brought to you by the luxury world, we will be talking about intriguing facts about the world's favorite watch brand, Rolex, and we will also explore how Rolex cheated its way into the system of watchmaking. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay informed about our future videos. History of Rolex. It is widely recognized that Switzerland is renowned as the premier nation for watchmaking, and it is no surprise that Rolex, the most renowned watchmaker, originates from Switzerland as well. The Swiss-made label proudly adorns their dials. Delving into historical records reveals that the Rolex brand was officially registered in Switzerland in 1920, despite its founding by German entrepreneur Hans Wilsdorf in 1905, a full 15 years earlier. This may appear puzzling, but the reason lies in Wilsdorf's strategic move to England in 1903 to establish his watch brand. However, the outbreak of World War I led to supply chain challenges with his Swiss movements, prompting him to relocate the brand to Switzerland. Mechanical movement. One of the core tenets of a Rolex timepiece is its mechanical movement, an intricate assembly of wheels, gears, and springs that maintains exceptional accuracy without relying on any electrical energy. This mechanical movement serves as the heart and essence of the watch, and no substitute would suffice. However, the landscape shifted in 1969 with the introduction of the Saco Astron, marking the inception of commercially available quartz watches. This innovation not only heralded the decline of an era for Swiss watchmaking but also compelled Rolex to deviate from its established path for the first time in its 64-year history. Rolex manufactured quartz watches until 2001, when a renewed interest in mechanical craftsmanship prompted the brand to return to its intended focus. This marked a significant point of restoration for Rolex, bringing it back to its roots in mechanical excellence. Oyster Perpetual. Rolex has been at the forefront of horological innovations. They introduced the first waterproof wristwatch, the Rolex Oyster, in 1926. They also developed the first self-winding mechanism with a perpetual rotor in 1931. The most economical and straightforward Rolex model might surprisingly hold the highest level of recognition. We are referring to the Oyster Perpetual, a watch that focuses solely on timekeeping. This timepiece initiates the Rolex collection with an approximate starting price of £5,000. In its early days, Rolex lacked the resources and expertise to contend with established industry leaders. Hence, it adopted an innovative approach. The first innovation involved water resistance achieved through a screw-down case and crown, aptly named the Oyster. The second innovation centered around an automatic movement powered by the perpetual rotor, thus giving rise to the term Oyster Perpetual. These dual technologies were pivotal in allowing Rolex to flourish as a brand. The Rolex Daytona Saco. Rolex has engaged in various actions that have garnered attention, but in 2004, it introduced what could be considered its most contentious watch to date, the Saco. This variant of the Daytona watch elevated the concept of catching one's eye to an entirely new level. Adorned in a captivating black and orange leopard print, complete with a patented leopard print strap, and encircled by 36 baguette-cut cognac sapphires, the Saco watch made an audacious statement. Upon its unveiling, the Saco watch carried a staggering price tag of $80,000. Despite its notably unconventional aesthetics, this timepiece's value has surged remarkably over time. Its current valuation has escalated closer to $350,000, highlighting the extraordinary transformation of even the most uncertain and debated Rolex designs into highly sought-after and potentially profitable investments. The Rock. Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, who has transitioned from being a prominent figure in the world of professional wrestling to becoming a renowned action movie star, made an interesting choice with his initial significant earnings. He used his first substantial paycheck to purchase a Rolex watch. This Rolex was adorned with a diamond dial, a date model. Johnson characterized this watch as the timepiece one acquires when achieving success. Interestingly, Johnson wore this Rolex watch during his wrestling matches, and an incident occurred where another wrestler inadvertently fell on it, causing the bracelet to break and the watch to fall off. The damage to his watch left Johnson visibly concerned. and he momentarily broke character to retrieve his watch from the floor amidst the ongoing match. Subsequently, Johnson chose to sell the damaged Rolex, attributing the incident as a sign that Rolex was not suited for him at that moment. Nevertheless, over time, he has acquired numerous more Rolex watches, highlighting his evolving relationship with the brand. The Rolex and Dominos. Partnership watches such as those created in collaboration between renowned watchmakers like Patek Philippe and Tiffany are among the most coveted globally. Yet, consider this: an unexpected alliance between Rolex and the well-known pizza chain, Domino's. This unique timepiece emerged from the late 1970s onward. The genesis of this watch traces back to an interaction involving Tom Monahan, the owner of Domino's Pizza, and a franchisee who inquired about earning a Rolex watch akin to Tom's own. Tudor. If you are seeking a timepiece featuring the Rolex emblem but have a budget constraint of under £1,000, you might assume that your options are limited. However, this presumption is inaccurate. Fortunately, in 1926, the founder of Rolex, Hans Wilsdorf, introduced an accessible iteration of his burgeoning brand, christened Tudor. This approach entailed utilizing Rolex cases, crowns, and bracelets while incorporating a more economical movement and affixing the name Tudor on the dial. These watches gained significant popularity among customers. Due to their use of Rolex components, these Tudor watches also bear the Rolex logo in various locations, including the crown and case back. This intriguingly implies that you can acquire a timepiece labeled Rolex for a budget of $1,000. The greatest secret. Given that Rolex had a considerable head start of over half a century in comparison to competitors like Omega, the question arises: how did Rolex manage to achieve such remarkable success? The key lies in their strategic thinking rather than extravagant spending. In 1914, Rolex employed a shrewd approach by utilizing a petite movement from a lady's pendant watch. With this adapted mechanism, Rolex submitted its first wristwatch for certification in terms of chronometer accuracy. While this endeavor did not break precision records, it notably marked the debut of a wristwatch that obtained chronometer certification. In the subsequent years, Rolex's foresight extended beyond chronometer certification. Recognizing the practicality of wristwatches, especially in the context of World War I trenches, the brand diversified its applications to various industries, catering to the needs of divers, pilots, scientists, and explorers. This approach aligns with the adage that success is not solely determined by what resources one possesses, but rather how intelligently they are employed. Failures. Can you imagine that some of the priciest Rolex watches are monumental failures? Collectors are often drawn to rare and distinctive timepieces, and among the most unique and uncommon are those that have, quite literally, faltered. Whether it is the fissured lacquer on a glossy black Submariner dial, infamously known as a spider dial, the aged cream hue of a deteriorated Explorer 2 dial, or the transformation from black to a rich chocolate brown on a tropical Daytona dial. These anomalies can command staggering sums at auctions. Astonishingly, these are all manufacturing flaws, batches of watches that were inadequately prepared and thus acquired these exceptional appearances over time. Many attributions are made to Rolex, and in numerous instances, these attributions are not accurate. These misconceptions arise not solely from tales and fables, but also from intentional strategies. Rolex's founder, Hans Wilsdorf, possessed savvy marketing acumen and comprehended the tactics necessary for success. Consider the instance of the Submariner's name. The term submarine had already been utilized for a water-resistant watch a decade earlier by the English brand Bruck & Son, who overlooked trademarking it. Another case in point is the perpetual self-winding movement. Rolex asserted its invention, yet the reality is that the initial wristwatch incorporating this feature, the Harwood watch, preceded the Rolex by 5 years. Wilsdorf was obliged to make a public apology, acknowledging John Harwood as the true inventor of the first self-winding wristwatch and expressing regret for any harm caused to his sentiments. What little-known facts do you know about Rolex aside from the ones we discussed in this video? Please share your comments and opinions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.